She's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Thursday, September the 7th, 2023. I heard this story and something inside of me just would not let it go. Still won't let me let it go. This story is regarding the personal chef of the Obama family, Tafari Campbell. And as most of you may know, Tafari Campbell had a drowning death on July the 23rd near the Obama's Martha Vineyard estate. That death was since ruled an accident, and oddly, the police continue to withhold information in this case. Now, not only that, but authorities are also rejecting requests for the identity of the sole witness in this case and the 911 caller. And they're using their excuse as an exemption that allows police to withhold information. It is my opinion that the police are abusing the public records law in this case. And so I definitely wanted to bring it to the channel. Now, Massachusetts State Police are covering up information about the drowning of Tafari Campbell, who was Barack Obama's personal chef, and they have labeled this incident an accident, but they continue to withhold information under the guise of an ongoing investigation. Well, Tafari Campbell drowned in a pond bordering the former president's estate. And like I said, authorities are rejecting requests for even basic information, including the identity of the sole witness and the 911 caller. It's very strange to me. The state is citing a public records law exemption that allows police to withhold any information that could jeopardize an active investigation. But the head of the region's First Amendment coalition say that police are abusing this law given they've already ruled out foul play, and that's where I agree with them. If they're saying there's no foul play in the drowning death of Tafari Campbell, why not release the information? The only matter pending in this case is a toxicology report that could show whether Tafari Campbell had drugs in his system or suffered some sort of a medical episode while he was out paddleboarding. The whole event is just very strange, guys. But regardless, the burden is on law enforcement to show how their investigation may be jeopardized by releasing this information. And they're not doing that right now. It really flies in the face of public records law. And I've made multiple requests in multiple cases regarding getting public information. Now, state police officials are making sure that other agencies involved in the response follow their lead. Sources who participated in the initial multi-jurisdictional effort said that state police have even armed departments with rejection letters to send to the media, which has been bombarded, as you would guess, with questions. The Dukes County Sheriff's Office, which fielded the original 911 call in this case, had a cut and paste message when they were asked about information about the actual call. And it said, "Hello, at this time, we will not be releasing any records or materials." Would probably, it says that it exempts the release of records that would probably sow prejudice, the possibility of effective law enforcement, that such disclosure would not be in the public interest. Very strange, very strange. Another public safety officer involved in the initial investigation said that state police sent out those templates to them to use as well. It doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good, because what it looks like is that there could be a lot more going on in this case. Those are the ingredients for a real good conspiracy theory, and there's the problem with it. Now, police declared early on that Tafari Campbell's death was an accident, stating that the 45-year-old was out with another paddleboarder who tried to save him. That person then summoned help from someone who called 911, police said. But authorities refused to identify her or the 911 caller, who is believed to be a member of Obama's Secret Service detail. Meanwhile, Martha's Vineyard police even left the reason for the emergency call blank in the official logs from the night of the incident. The reason for every other call that night is given. But what we do know is the initial call came in at 7:46 p.m. on Sunday, July the 23rd, when police and fire agencies responded to the report that Tafari Campbell, an Obama employee who lives in Virginia, had fallen off of his paddleboard, briefly struggled to stay afloat, and then went under. State police reported that there was another paddleboarder on the pond with him who saw him drown. They wouldn't even release the gender of the witness or the 911 caller. Very odd, guys. The water was just 8 feet deep where Tafari Campbell was found. Police said he was not wearing a life jacket or a life preserver, and he was not attached to his paddleboard. He did, however, know how to swim, as he has posted multiple videos on social media of himself swimming laps. He was located around 10 a.m. the next morning by Massachusetts environmental police officers deploying a side-scan sonar from a boat. Participants in the recovery described the somber scene as the body was hoisted by divers and lifted onto a fireboat, placed in a bag and covered with a tarp. They then took Tafari Campbell's lifeless body to Wilson's Landing, the public launch that served as the command post, where a Secret Service agent identified the body as that of missing chef Tafari Campbell. At the time of the drowning, Barack and Michelle Obama were out of the house. It was unclear if Sasha and Malia, who were also on the island, were at home or out with their friends or with their parents. Now, several participants in this search said they did not see the Obamas at the scene when the body was recovered, but did notice several Secret Service agents who were described as communicative and helpful. It's just very strange when you think about exactly what they're saying happened. Here you have someone who is an active swimmer on Sunday, July the 23rd at 7:46 p.m. who went out paddleboarding. Anybody that I know that can't swim is not going to go out paddleboarding, okay? But we know from his social media that he does swim, is an avid swimmer, and he liked to paddleboard. He was out on this pond when the female who was also out on the pond, also an employee of the Obama family, saw Tafari Campbell go down. I've heard that he came back up briefly and then went down and was never seen. I've also heard that he never came back up and just was gone from there. But here's where it gets a little weird. At 8:02, remember the call was placed at 7:46 p.m. At 8:02 p.m., they found his paddleboard along with the clothing that he had on when he went paddleboarding. That to me is just... And when you top it with somebody who's not being transparent, it's just a bunch of drama. Not giving out the names. It's kind of horseshit. It's just dragging this all out unnecessarily. But I know drownings do happen. I know if you're not treading water, you're going to sink like a rock. But there's something that just is off here, guys. Like I said, the way this went down, then on the back end, the way they are handling it after the fact. Very, very strange. So I'm going to continue to watch this case, but I definitely wanted to bring it to your attention. And if you haven't heard about it, maybe just make you aware of it. And I'm going to end this video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys.